welcome back to my channel. As many of you know, I go to Grand Canyon University and I love it here so much. I've been here for about a month and a half, but in today's video, we're gonna do a Q&A of my freshman year so far at GCU. So let's get straight on into this video. So another thing to note about GCU is that plagiarism and like cheating on assignments, you cannot do that. You're not supposed to do that at any college, but GCU, they take that really seriously. They also have this whole program. It's called Lopes Write. And every time you have to submit an essay or an assignment, you have to submit it to Lopes Write first. And they check all the quoted text. And I think it's over a certain amount of points to where they send it straight to the Code of Conduct Committee. And they make you go and you have to do a whole interview and you have to prove that you didn't plagiarize this paper or that you didn't cheat or anything. Like, I know if you come to GCU, they're gonna tell you that 100,000 times and you could get kicked out. You have to go and present evidence. You have to highlight the paper and prove exactly where you got your references from. It is insane. So a good tip that my professor told me to help avoid plagiarism and paraphrasing is that you open the website or the browser or the document that you're reading, that you're gonna reference, and you read it and then you close that browser and then you write from your memory. That helps a lot with avoiding just straight copying from whatever source you're taking. GCU does not have communal bathrooms. Each room has their own bathroom. My room has a bathroom attached to it right there. And then my suite mates across the way, past the living room, have their own bathroom in their room. So there's no bathrooms in the hallways or anything like that, which is really nice. I don't have to carry around a shower caddy. I don't have to have the shoes or anything like that. So that is one of the biggest perks of coming to GCU. You don't have communal bathrooms. Your bathroom is your own. You can personalize it. You can style it however you want. And they're actually really spacious. That is one thing I love about GCU dorms. GCU dorms are huge. It's bigger than the room that I have at home, especially now that I don't have a roommate. So the whole entire room is mine. You will love it so much. Not having a communal bathroom has probably saved my life in college. I'll be doing a dorm tour here soon. I just have to wait because I'm still ordering things for the dorm. How do you manage your time with YouTube, friends, class, and a job? I don't manage, which is exactly why I'm saying time management is really important in college. I mean, I have a really good schedule. You guys can see I have a calendar and my calendar is full. I still have not planned the rest of this yet because the events have not came up yet. But how I do sort of kind of keep track of everything is I definitely write it down. Writing it down helps. I set reminders on my phone. And also have your roommates hold you accountable. My suite mates, they'll be like, hey, Mahogany, don't you have this going on? Anything like that. Definitely having friends who are doing the same thing as you. Make it a point to get to know them so they can help you. You guys can set aside study times. And also a really good tip that I've learned is to avoid studying in your dorm if you can. I found a little cute study spot that's on campus and it has helped me get so much more done. You get so much more work done when you're not sitting in the dorm right next to your bed. You're like, man, I want to get in my bed. Study outside of your dorm and utilize your college's or GCU's study rooms. Every floor has, I think, 2 study rooms at GCU, and they also have the library. They have thousands of sitting spaces outside. So definitely utilize other study areas. The next question is, are there parties at GCU? GCU is a Christian college, so I don't think they hold parties like ASU, but they do have so many events on campus. Every single day is always an event going on. It's always a meeting going on. It's always something to do on campus, but ASU is not that far. If you want to go to like a frat party, GCU does not have fraternities or sororities. If that's something that you want to be a part of, GCU does not have that. So ASU would be the place for you to go. But ASU is a really big party school. Like I was saying, there are so many events that are happening on campus to where it doesn't even, you don't even have to really, unless you want to go to ASU. They have some things, they have Midnight Madness that we just had. Midnight Madness was super fun. Lollapalooza was super fun. This was Welcome Week. Lollapalooza was Welcome Week. We just had Midnight Madness a couple days ago. I think it's called swing dancing they had going on. They have sunrise yoga. They have so many events that happen on campus every single day. They have chapel, which is like church on campus. I know the multicultural club, they host I forgot what it's called, but it's like dishes from around the world. So everyone to kind of make food, and it'll be from different parts of the world. BSU, the Black Student Union at GCU, we'll get into that later. They just hosted a block party yesterday that was super fun to go to. There's a lot of events going on campus, but there's no parties going on campus unless it's student parties like dorm parties, and those are like really small. What are your dorm essentials for GCU? My dorm essentials for GCU is definitely my calendar, my Brita. You need a Brita filter, especially if you're going to GCU, because the water, I don't know. I'm from Kansas and our water is pretty good. So I don't know, maybe it's Arizona water or just GCU water, but the water has a funny taste to it. So I would definitely recommend getting a Brita filter. And also you need thousands of command hooks. You need a scooter. Oh my goodness. If you're going to GCU, you need a scooter. GCU is a big but small campus, and if you're walking everywhere, it takes a long time. It is so bad. I scooter everywhere, but everything is so far. So you definitely need a scooter if you're going to GCU. Scooter culture here is like really big. Majority of people here have scooters and ride scooters around. So that's something that's definitely an essential. You also need a wagon. The mailroom is so far. And if you're ordering a scooter, or if you're ordering a mini fridge, or if you're ordering big packages, or if you need to go get groceries from Walmart, which is like right down the street, you need that wagon, girl. Let me tell you, it is so far from the Grove. The Grove is all the way in the back, tucked in a corner in the back of the school, and everything else is up there. So you definitely need the scooter, the wagon, the Brita, and the calendar. The next one is college like high school. No, not at all. No, I wouldn't say high school and college. They're like two different things. Like I'm saying, high school is very structured. College is, you just have to have the motivation. If I didn't want to get up to go to class one day, I didn't have to. But in high school, you have to get up to go to class. It's just so much free time. High school was always easy for me, and college is pretty easy to me. I don't struggle really hard, but also I'm a social media communications major. I'm not taking nursing or biology or anything like that. So I'm not taking a hard major. So I know people with harder majors struggle more with the course load and the homework. But for me, my communications degree and my social media degree, I'm doing pretty well. Like it's like high school. I graduated high school early, so I was taking on extra classes anyways. So it just feels like I took on, instead of one extra class, like I took on 3 extra classes, but it's just one class. So yeah, college is definitely different from high school, but it's similar in many ways. What is one thing you wish you knew before coming to college? One thing I definitely wish I knew is that your college experience is definitely what you make of it. For the past like 2 previous weeks, I was in my dorm majority of the time. I didn't really go outside. I wasn't going to as many events. In the past 2 weeks, I've been trying to get outside the dorm more, and it's definitely improved my feel for college. So definitely explore, go out and explore, go sit in new places, go try to meet new people, go join new clubs. So definitely get active. That is something I wish I knew before coming to college, coming to GCU, is that you are the one who makes your college experience what you want it to be. What's it like living in a room with another person? I didn't have the best roommate experience, so I only stayed in the room with my roommate for less than a month. It was about three-ish, pushing 4 weeks I had a roommate. My experience was different because it was not a good situation, but I can't speak for Riley and Morgan, but I think they love each other. I think they love dorm life, so I'm gonna assume it was good. You know, you just have to learn how to share the space with other people, and sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. But I feel like it really depends on who your roommate is. If you have a good roommate, then you're gonna enjoy being in the dorm. You're gonna enjoy your room. But if you don't, not so much. I was in the living room 90% of the time. But now I have the whole entire room to myself. So, you know, I can't complain too much. You just have to be mindful of like each other's sleep schedules, you know, being on the phone constantly. Like if your roommate's trying to study or do work or something and you're constantly on the phone, just be mindful. You know, you can always step out, or if you're arguing with a significant other, you can always step out. It just really depends on who your roommate is, and you guys have to make sure that you set ground rules. We had a whole list of dorm rules. We had a whole list of rules that we had for our dorm. We don't need them anymore. For the most part, dorm life is actually great. I love living in the dorms. I feel like if you're a freshman coming into GCU or you're looking to come into GCU, you should live in a dorm your first year. And then after that, you can decide if you want to go to an apartment. But I feel like living in a dorm is just, it's the college experience. It really gives college experience, just having to live with other people and being in the dorm and just everything like that. So I highly recommend doing dorm life. Dorm life is so fun. There are so many dorms and apartments on GCU's campus. There is the Grove. The Grove is where basically all the freshmen come in. This is the freshman dorms. And then you have apartments on, I don't know, the apartments are like far. They're very far. They're clear across campus, and there's like little dorms kind of scattered in between and little apartments just scattered in between. But the Grove has Acacia, Willow, Ironwood, and I think Juniper. I think those are the 4 dorms that are in the Grove. So if you're coming to GCU, definitely stay in the Grove freshman year. The Grove is interesting. It's freshman dorm, so take that with what you will. Is freshman dorm, so it's always something going on. The next question is, what is the food like on GCU campus? GCU has I think they have really good food options. They have a Panda Express. I can't even name them all. They have a Panda Express, a Subway, Qdoba, Chick-fil-A. They have a Pita Jungle. They have a Nectar. They have a Jamba Juice. They have a Panera Bread. And there's so many more. They have a Caminari, I think that's what it's called. They have the Grid and Lopesmart. The Grid and Lopesmart are like the convenience stores of the school. So they have sushi in there, and the sushi here is so good. I love it so much. So definitely check the sushi out here if you like sushi. And there's so much candy in those stores. We have a candy shop on our campus. It is called, I think, Sweet Discipline. I'm not for sure, but it is right there. We have a Taco Bell, we have a Taco Thunder, we have the training table. We don't have a dining hall. Like, there's no dining hall at GCU, so there's no like standing in the line waiting for your food, which I wish we had one, especially because the fast food here gets kind of, once you've had all of it, I haven't tried it all yet. I haven't tried Pita Jungle, and there's still so many I haven't tried on campus, but once you try majority of it, is all the same, and then you get so sick and tired of eating fast food. Like, I wish I had a home cooked meal, but if you're in an apartment, you have a kitchen, so you can make home cooked meal in the apartments, but the dorms we can't, so we're stuck with the fast food. So definitely keep that in mind. But GCU has so much food, and it is actually really good. They have so many options. They have a couple healthy food spots like Nectar, Jamba Juice, and Pita Jungle. I think they have healthy food options on campus, but it's not that many. It's a lot more like greasy food. They have a pizza company. They have a Habit Burger and Grill on campus, and oh my goodness, it is so good. And my favorite place on campus probably is GCBC. That is Grand Canyon's coffee company, and their blue raspberry stampede with lemonade is my favorite drink of all time. I haven't had one in about 2 weeks, so I'm doing pretty good because I was getting one almost every single day. But definitely, if you're coming to GCU or you're coming on a Discover trip, the blue raspberry lemonade stampede. It is a blue raspberry stampede, but you ask for lemonade. Oh my goodness, it is the best of the best. GCU has really good food. They just don't have a dining hall. That's my take on the food. Are the classes hard at GCU? Like I said, I'm a social media major and I'm taking communications next year. Those are probably some of the not easiest majors on campus, but those are definitely not engineering or biochemistry or nursing. So definitely it depends on what you're going into college for. From my own personal experience, if you're wanting to go into either social media or communications, they're very easy. The course load it's like a high school course load, but just take it as you're taking all AP classes. It's just you have a lot more studying. The teachers here at GCU give you plenty of time to finish your assignments. Normally they'll give you an assignment a week or two ahead of time, and it's due a week or two the next couple weeks. So they definitely give you plenty of time. There's a couple group projects. I've had 2 group projects so far, so you will be having group projects. So it just really depends. Like, I have friends who are in, I think, nursing, the nursing degree here. They're talking about they have to take laboratories and a whole bunch of different classes that I probably would never take. I could never do that. So kudos to you guys. The classes are not hard. It just depends on what your major is. So my classes are not hard, but your classes might be hard depending on what your major is, how much time you want to set aside to studying, working on your assignments, and all of those things. What apartment is the best for more chill people? I would definitely say I recommend the Grove if you're a freshman. I feel like the Grove is almost like an initiation. You have to live in the Grove and then you just move on after that. In the Grove, the chillest spots that I know of is probably Acacia. Acacia is pretty chill. We don't have a lot of stuff going on. And I don't know, it's between Ironwood or Juniper. I don't hear much about, I don't know. Acacia to me is the quietest one in the Grove. We don't have much going on. It's very occasional. Willow is probably the most chaotic in the Grove. The apartments are kind of crazy as well. I feel like just living with so many extra people is just gonna be crazy. I don't think there's any spot for chill people. The apartments, their fire alarms are going off almost every day because, you know, students who don't know how to cook just always set the fire alarms off, so they're always having fire alarms going off in the apartment. So I don't know, you just kind of have to pick and choose your battles. Do you want the fire alarm going off every 2 minutes, you have to go outside? Or do you want to hear the police sirens outside next door? You know, you gotta pick and choose. So if I had to pick or had my say in what is the dorm for like the chillest people, I would say Acacia, but that's probably because I'm biased. Is there a dining hall? No, there's not a dining hall on GCU campus, but they do have a Loke's training table and they serve, I think, breakfast and they might serve lunch. I know they close at like 2 or 3, but that's not even the dining hall. It's kind of like they just have little things out. So we do not have a dining hall on GCU campus. This is a really big one. It's something I researched a lot about GCU is the safety, because GCU is not in the best area in Phoenix. And the safety at GCU is the best of the best. They have security guards at so many checkpoints. There's so many checkpoints. Every entrance into the college has a checkpoint. They have key fobs. You have to have a key fob to get into the dorm building. You can go up the elevator and then you have to have a key fob to get into the hallway, each hallway, to get into your room. And then there's a key that you have to use to get into your room. And then there's a key you have to get into, well, to get into your dorm room. And then there's a key you have to use to get into your room. So there's definitely so many locks in different checkpoint places throughout GCU. Every car that is GCU registered has a sticker on it. They always check it. There's always police officers patrolling around, GCU alert. And if anything is happening in the neighborhood or anything's happening on campus, they give you an alert. They give you heads up. They're very good at communicating if there's something going on around campus or on campus. So the safety at GCU is like chef's kiss. I love it. I have never once felt unsafe on GCU campus, but I highly do not recommend walking off GCU campus. I would rather you Uber. I took an Uber, well, I was in Scottsdale. I had to Uber back to the dorm, so that's different. But if you're leaving campus, just Uber or find a friend or something like that. Do not walk off campus. That is not safe at all. Are there any frats at GCU? No, there's no frats at GCU. GCU is a private Christian affordable college is what they say. So definitely there's no frats. If you want to go to a college that has frats and sororities and all of those things and all the parties and all of that, ASU is not that far. It's like downtown Phoenix. And the next one is, do you have to be Christian to go to GCU? No, GCU is non-denominational, and I've met people from probably every single like Christianity and religious background. So definitely don't not apply or don't go to GCU because it says it's a Christian college. Everyone has, there's like so many levels of Christianity here. There's some people who go to chapel every single Monday and then they go to church on Sunday off campus. And then those people who don't go to chapel or church at all. There's people who don't read the Bible. There's people who read it. There's life groups and there's not. But one thing I will say is that Christianity is often worked into the course load. So if you don't want to take classes that have Christianity like integrated into the class, then I probably wouldn't recommend GCU. It's not something that's forced down your throat. Like, yes, you have a couple assignments. You have to take Christian worldview, which is a class that you have to take. Other than that, it's not forced down your throat. You don't have to go to chapel. Chapel is not required. It's just for those who want to go because it is a Christian college. And if you are a Christian, they have so many opportunities. They have life groups, they have chapel, and there's churches, I think, around the area. So definitely Christianity is a big part of GCU, but if it's not a big part of your GCU, you can still come to GCU. Like, GCU is not that serious. And also it's kind of like, it's a good 50-50 mix. You have people who are super duper Christian, and then you have people who are not Christian at all. So it's a pretty good balance at GCU that we got going on here. The 90-degree door rule. This is something that I researched a lot before coming to GCU, because this is a thing that they tell you when you go on the Discover trips, like the doors have to be 90 degrees. The only thing I would say about that is that if your RA walks by and they hear a guy or a girl in your dorm with the door closed, then you're probably gonna get written up about it. But if they don't walk by and they don't hear it, then you probably won't. So take that with what you will. I can't say much on that because I normally don't have people over, but if you do have people over, make sure that you do, if your RA does walk by, that you have the door open, even though you wouldn't know when they're walking by. It's kind of like, if you watch my birthday vlog, you could have seen that there were a couple other people in my dorm. Like, we had invited all our friends over, and the guys just had to leave at 12, which basically by 12 the party was over, my birthday was over. So just everyone left, and we kind of just all went to sleep because we had classes the next day. But definitely just, you don't even notice the door being open. And actually it's sometimes fun having the door open, because like people walk by and you can meet new people, or they'll just be like, oh, your dorm is cute. And also GCU is a Christian college, so what could you expect? They don't want no babies on campus. So, but that is all that I have for this video. If you have any questions or you will need to know any more information about GCU, feel free to comment it down below. I answer all comments. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow my socials. My Instagram is _MahoganyMcDougal. My TikTok is MahoganyMcDougal. Remember to shine brighter than the sun, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.